Hi, this is Kathy from Craft with Kathy. Thanks for joining me this evening. I want to talk about a couple different things tonight, and I promise it will not be long like last night's project. Was a bit involved, but I think well worth the effort. It turned out so cute. I just wanted to show you something tonight and talk a little bit about Club Couture. This is December's Club Couture. Today is the 30th. If you want to be able to get this transfer, you must enroll in Club Couture by the 31st. Otherwise, that transfer will not be available. Only club members can get, club members and designers can have or purchase or whatever the exclusive Club Couture designs. And this one is it brings me to the technique that I want to demonstrate tonight. And I'm not going to actually do this because I didn't have the right surface to do it on or to demonstrate, so I'm going to give you a quick little demo, but talk about it. This transfer is beautiful. The font is amazing. The detail is awesome. There's a lot of leaves and little flowers, and of course I did this one and done, and I think it was in raspberry jam or whatever was the color that I chose for it. And I think it looks nice, but it's a little plain, and in retrospect, sorry about that. I think it would look nicer on a black surface with white. And I know that some people have actually used, it came with 3 different color individual paste packets. Teal, peachy keen, and eucalyptus. And I know some people have done the letters in white, the leaves in eucalyptus, and the flowers in the peachy keen, which I'm sure is just absolutely beautiful. However, this transfer is very intricate and these flowers are very tiny. So if you want to do these flowers in a different color and even the leaves, you probably need our detail tool or a multi-tool to be able to get in there easily. But I'm going to show you a little trick that kind of circumvents that. So let me just kind of jump right in. I'm coming at you from the suburbs west of Chicago. Drop me a line. Let me know where you're viewing from. And if you have any questions, by all means, just drop them in the comments and I'll answer them as soon as I see them. So this is December's Club Couture. Good things are going to happen. Great sentiment for the new year. Let me quickly show you January's that I have not done anything with it. It just arrived the other day. Love is not just looking at each other. It's looking in the same direction. And I think this is another beautiful transfer with a very on point sentiment, if you will. And then the hearts, the arrows, the little dots, whatever. I think it's definitely on trend and perfect for Valentine's Day. So great for a January transfer. But what I want to talk about is basically this and what we can do to be able to get the detail without all the work, if that makes any sense. And the technique I'm going to show you will allow you to apply color using something other than chalk paste. You can do this sentiment or this transfer on a black chalkboard in all white, in bright white paste, and then go back in and add a little bit of color. So this is something I did a couple months ago. It was actually done in our Shimmer Frost paste, which is like a white with a little bit of shimmer, and then gold for the words at and for the word at and the keys. And Grandma's house was still done in the Shimmer Frost. And I started playing around this afternoon to test this technique before going live tonight. And I thought, let me try it on a shimmer. Well, it works on a shimmer too. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit and talk about it. Hi, Nicole. How are you doing? What's the temp out in Virginia? We're like 32, 33 degrees is our high up here today, which I know I should be used to because it is the end of the year, but I just don't like it. A little bit warmer down there. So what I found is I could apply color over my regular bright white paste or even the Shimmer Frost using a permanent marker. And I just got these permanent markers. One side is a thicker and one side is very thin point. And I wanted the dual point because I don't have the steadiest of hands. And as you can see here, I've applied it to the G using the thicker side of the marker, but there were little edges that I didn't quite get the very end, and I thought, let me use the thinner side, the pointier side, the ultra fine part of the marker to get any little areas that I had missed that I don't want to go off on the board. As long as you use the permanent marker and just go over the chalk, do not scrape the chalk off, just lay the color on top of it very gently. And you could actually wait for the marker a little bit to puddle up and just let it kind of fill in by itself. It's really very easy to do, as you can see here. Let me kind of check and see if you can, oops, forgot about the glare. Hold on, let me catch the light. I forgot to shut it off. Now it makes it a little bit harder for me to see, but I think it's easier on camera. Okay, there we go, a little bit better. Just stay on top of the chalk paste, and you can actually still erase this with a spritz of water and a damp paper towel without harming the board, because we're not getting the permanent marker on the chalkboard. It's just being laid down actually over the paste. And I thought, what a simple, easy way to add a little brightness, like maybe those little flowers on the Good Things transfer and the leaves, without having to try and, if you don't have a steady hand, like I don't really have a steady hand, that could be a little bit of a challenge. Excuse me one moment. Mama, I'm live right now. Can you wait for me for a few more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put something on TV for you in about 10 minutes, all right?
I'll provide where?
About 10 minutes.
So where?
Yeah, just wait in the living room, okay? Until I'm done?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sweetie.
I wasn't there.
I usually get Mom situated with something to watch or something to do before I go live, and she had actually decided she wanted to go to bed. So I thought, okay, you know, she was tired. But she has a tendency to take little 10-minute power naps. I swear, I wish I could get the energy she gets out of them. A little 10-minute nap, and she's raring to go when she gets up. So anyway, you can see how easy it is just to basically color over the white or the Shimmer Frost paste. Just make sure you stay on it with the permanent marker, because you don't want to stain the chalkboard. And add a little bit of color to something that you've used. The lighter chalk paste is a one and done. How simple is that? And like I said, with the dual ends, you could go here and get the little edges without having too much of a risk. You just have to go gently, don't scrape, just apply it over it, let the felt tip do its little work, as opposed to scraping, because you don't want to scrape the board. And I played around a little bit, and I want to show you something else I did here. So that did pretty well with coloring this in. I actually thought it needed something. I'm not quite sure if I like the red or not. In reality, I wish I had tried my polka dot technique first, because I like the way this turns out. Just using the permanent marker to draw polka dots or dots over my white paste. And it gives it a little bit of a interesting look. I think I actually prefer that over the fully colored in red. Let me bring this up a little bit higher so you could actually take a look at it. I am going to go over the polka dots though and basically make it a solid red. I don't know if you can see the dots here or not. '57 in Virginia. Oh my goodness, how nice. Yes, I'm going to color in the whole word grandmas with the red. But I like the idea of showing the polka dot, so it's just an option that can be used. And let me try lifting this up a little bit. The thing that's interesting about doing this over the shimmer frost, or the shimmer frost, is it actually has the sparkle. The sparkle from the frost is showing through the red, and it looks like a very light glitter without the mess of glitter. What do you think about that idea? So, yes. So just an idea. I don't think in general I would color in something this large, but I think it's a great technique for like doing the leaves or flowers or little curlicues or something that is a little bit more intricate, as in our December transfer. I think it would be a perfect way of adding a little color to it. I might actually, I'm trying to think if I have a black canvas that I could do that on and demonstrate it tomorrow or whatever. I like the dots too. I like the dots better than I like the full color. But whatever, you know. So just an idea, and I don't really, I just know it needs to be a permanent marker and stay on top of the paste. Don't go onto the chalkboard, especially if you're going to erase it and reuse your chalkboard. But what an easy way to add a little pizzazz, or when something needs a little something, a little bit to perk it up. It's an easy way to do it. Oh yeah, who doesn't love glitter? You know, I love it, but I don't like the mess, and as long as I'm working on it and I don't have any interruptions, I'm okay. But you know, obviously don't use it underneath a ceiling fan, you know. It's just when it gets out of control. I like usually the glitter with a piece of paper to pick up all the excess on, and then fold it in half and then just put it back in the jar. You know, you use all the tips and tricks that you can use so that it doesn't make it so challenging. And I know there are certain brushes that you can use to go over something that you've just glittered to remove all the excess. I don't have one. I need to get a brush like that. So, you know, obviously take those tools and use them when you can to make it a little bit easier of a process. I just don't like when there's glitter all over, you know, if it spills or drops or whatever, then it's a headache. But otherwise, I love the effect. But in reality, this has given me the look without the glitter. I just can't believe how it really, I wasn't sure because the shimmer frost is a little bit, it's not as smooth. It has a little bit of texture to it because of the actual shimmer. And I wanted to be careful not to be pulling any of that off when I was applying the marker. And actually, the marker just kind of soaks into it. I mean, it's a little gravelly when you go across it, but I'm not putting enough pressure to actually pull up the shimmer frost paste. So it just is actually turned out way better than I would have expected. So I thought that's cool. So just a neat little technique if you've got some markers laying around. Give it a try. Really? I could do that. Nicole is saying just finish the M and do the rest in the dots. Interesting. let me just finish the M then, and we'll go with that. The dots are really quick and really easy, and I do think they give it a certain amount of character that the fully colored in letters don't have. I could do a little bit of extra work here with the fine tip and fill in the rest of the M. So let's go with the dots. Here's a trick to doing the dots, and I hope this will show up enough to see. When you're doing the dots, think about when you're laying them down on whatever, basically draw the dots for the number 5 on a dice. So you have your four corners of a square with a dot in each corner of it, and then the dot in the middle. And if you just keep kind of going with that, you don't have much of an issue with the placement of the dots. It makes it easy and quick to just continue on with that little pattern, and your dots look pretty nice. Otherwise, it can get a little frustrating and a little bit confusing. So that's my little trick about doing the dots. Just think of the number 5 on a die when you put them down. And you don't have to be perfect. Who's going to actually be looking that closely, you know? Now that I kind of went off center here, I have to fix that back up. It gives it a pop. Cool. So look at how easy that was. I need to kind of smooth this out and make it a little bit more even there. That looks a little bit better. I have previously done the dots with our chalk markers, and thought they gave a nice little look to things. So that, of course, is also an option. And I like our chalk markers actually for filling in mistakes. If you miss part of, if you're using the white or the black or the silver or the gold, and you missed a little area or just kind of were short on a letter and didn't go all the way through the silk screen, you could use our chalk markers to fix that oops without having to lay the transfer back down and re-chalk it. So that's just another little hint there. Let me do my little apostrophe here. And voila, that's it. Thanks for the idea, Nicole. So here's just a little technique on a non-technique Tuesday. We're doing it on Thursday in first. The top was in the Shimmer Frost. Everything was in the Shimmer Frost other than the word at and the key were in the Shimmer Gold. You think I need to do something with the top? I could probably go and apply different colors here, but I don't know if I really want to. This was intended as a gift for someone, and I'm sitting here saying I'm not sure if they'd like the red or the polka dots. But in reality, if they don't, all I have to do is wash it off and do it again. What is the January monthly kit? Club Couture for January. Is called Love, And you know what? I am not sure what colors it comes with. I did know, and it's right out my mind. I will find out, and I'll add that to the comments. But Club Couture is really a great value. You get an 8.5 by 11 transfer and 3 individual paste packets. That allows you to do the project once, twice, or possibly 3 times. You really can get a lot of use out of an individual paste packet. And then the transfers are reusable, so you could use the transfer 8 to 12 times with proper care. Hi Terry, how you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, this is the transfer for January. Good Things is December. And you have until tomorrow. I don't think I'd push it. I'd kind of be closed. I mean, be careful because the office is closed tomorrow in case there's any issues. But this is December's. Whatever month you enroll in, you start with that transfer. Before, they used to have you wait to the 5th of the next month. So if you want Good Things, you need to enroll while it's still December. And then this is the Love transfer is January's. And along with the additional discount for the Out with a Bang promotion right now, club members get an extra 10% off. Items are 50% off. And the specials, club members get an extra 10% on top of that off. And then the flat rate shipping of $4.95 for things other than your monthly kit. The monthly kit is shipped free. And then there's other perks throughout the year. So there's lots of different benefits becoming a club member. They send them out generally. They bill your credit card on the 5th, and they send them out generally within a week after that, or they start shipping them. They do not ship them all on one day. Actually, this interesting little tidbit, our most popular transfer is always whatever the current month is. So they have such a high volume that they don't all get shipped in one day. It's just impossible to do right now. But so they'll start shipping after the cards are billed, and I'd say within a week is when I generally look for it. I mean, I get a little bit of a heads up as designers. If we place an order on the 15th of the previous month, or 15th through the 30th or 31st, they will include our next month's transfer with our order. So it ships along with it. Otherwise, we get them when they're shipped to club members. I like getting a little bit of heads up just to give everybody a peek of what's coming and whatever. Yes, it's definitely unique and personal. I like the way we could use our transfers and give them so many different looks, so many different styles. It really is a lot of fun, and depending upon your surface, you could do something frivolous, you could do something serious, you could just, you get a different feel depending upon the surface and the colors that you use. So it's always fun. With this technique, we generally recommend that club members pick up a jar of white, bright white paste, just as generic to have. And actually with this technique, you could just do about anything with it. So I'm kind of impressed with it and happy that it's so easy to use. Thank you so much for watching. I'll put the link to Club Couture in the comments. If you have any questions, just drop me a line. I'm happy to answer anything about this technique or about anything else. And I'm typing away here and nothing's typing. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great evening. See you soon.